Did you know that every shape and pattern that you learn on the guitar is movable? Let me show you what that means. I can play this lick here, and if that's one of my go-to licks that I've memorized, I can also play that same lick anywhere on the neck on the same strings, just in a different position, like this. Or I can even play it here. It's the same lick, just over a different chord and key center. Now also later in this video, we'll go over how to do this with chords, so stick around. Okay, now real quick, to find more in-depth lessons and complete beginner to advanced guitar learning, click the link in the description below for a free ultimate beginner guide that includes an essential chord chart, a practice plan, a walkthrough of some beginner pitfalls to avoid, plus a whole lot more. Let's get back to the lesson. Now, this shape-based approach can apply to just about everything on the guitar, and it's something that we as guitarists really want to take advantage of because many other instruments don't work this way. Initially, this really helps us to start moving common chords and scales around the neck in different positions. Let's take an A minor pentatonic shape rooted here at the 5th position, 5th fret, and you've played this before. Now with this shape, we're playing 2 notes per string. And if we're starting on the 5th fret, we play 5 to 8 on low E, 5 to 7 on the A string, 5 to 7 on D, 5 to 7 G, 5 to 8 B, and 5 to 8 on high E. Now, along with that, we also want to think in terms of fret movement from the 5th fret. So on the low E, we're moving 3 frets up to 8. 2 frets on the next string, 2 frets here, 2 frets here, and then 3, and then 3. So this is very important, keeping track of the fret movement. Okay, let's move this entire shape up 3 frets, starting at 8th position. Now here we can play the same shape, but it's C minor pentatonic. Okay, and you'll notice I'm doing the same fret movement. So I'm here in 8th position, starting on the 8th fret. I go up 3 to the 11th fret. Next string is a 2 fret movement, 2 frets, 2 frets, 3, and 3. Okay, let's do this one more time. Starting up 2 frets, now we're on the 10th fret. Now we're playing D minor pentatonic, just by moving the shape up. Hey, now if you're enjoying guitar tricks, make sure to subscribe and hit the notification bell so you never miss a new video. And hit that like button, it really helps us out. Now back to the lesson. Okay, let's try the same idea, but a major pentatonic shape rooted on the A string, 2nd position. So here, we're in 2nd position because our index finger is on the 2nd fret, but we're actually starting on the 3rd fret. That's where our C root is. And if we play major pentatonic, we're gonna go 3rd fret to 5th fret on the A string. D string is 2nd fret to 5th fret. G string, 2nd fret to 5th fret. B string, 3rd fret to 5th fret. High E, 3rd fret to 5th fret. So this one is kind of opposite. The notes higher up, they're all kind of on the 5th fret, but the ones below, they sort of switch. We have 3rd, 2nd, 2nd, 3rd, and 3rd. But here it's all 5. And then if we're thinking in terms of fret movement, we have 2 frets. We have 3 frets on the D string, starting 1 fret lower. Same 3 fret movement. 2 fret movement here, but 1 fret up, and 2 frets. So these are things we want to think about when we're memorizing the shape. Okay, let's move it up 3 frets. So we were here, 1, 2, 3. So we're going to be here in 5th position, but starting on the 6th fret. And let's try and get that same fret movement going. So 2 frets, 3 3 frets, 3 frets, but 1 fret down, and we're gonna go back up 1 fret, play 2 frets, 2 frets. Now we're in E flat major pentatonic. Okay, let's try taking this up one more time from here. We're gonna go all the way up to 9th position, starting on the 10th fret though. This is a G note, so you've guessed it, we're gonna play G major pentatonic, and we're gonna go 8 to 10, 9 to 10, 9 to 10, 8 to 10, 8 to 10. G major pentatonic. Okay, this also works amazingly well for chords. So let's take a look at 2 common chords rooted on the D string. We have a major shape, looks like this. This is a small F shape. You might be familiar with it. If not, take your ring finger to 3rd fret of D, middle finger to 2nd fret of G, and we're gonna have a mini-barre. Index finger will take 1st fret of B and high E. Small major shape. Now, I love teaching my students to take this shape up the neck 1 fret at a time as a finger strengthening exercise. So here on F, 1 more. This is F sharp G flat. This is G, G sharp A flat, A sharp B flat, B. This is C, C sharp D flat. This is D, D sharp or E flat, E, and then finally F. This is a great exercise. Now you can also do this same shape, but make it minor. Here's how we do that. Start with that F shape, remove your middle finger, and then your barred index is gonna take that 1st fret. So instead of 2nd fret of G, for major, we play 1st fret. Take it all the way up. Same thing. Really good for strengthening your hand. Okay, so what we're doing here is we're taking these shapes and we're practicing moving them up the neck. Okay, now when moving shapes really comes in handy with chords is when we apply it to the harmonized scale, or in other words, a specific key. So let's take a look at G major, and we're gonna start with that small shape here in 3rd position. So our roots, 5th fret of the D string, that's a G, also 3rd fret of high E. This is our little major shape here. Now we know that in the key of G, the 1, 4, and 5 major chords are G, C, and D. So let's find them using the same shapes on this 4-string set, D, G, B, and high E strings. So our 1 chord G, we gotta find our 4 chord, the C chord. So we can walk up the major scale here. 1, 2, 3, 4. There's C. Same shape as G. And then to get from 4 to 5, major 4 to major 5, we go up a whole step. So there's our D chord, our 5 chord. So here we can already play 1, 4, 5 in the key of G. Now also in the key of G, we have 3 minor chords. We have A minor, B minor, and E minor. Now we can find those chords on the same string set using the minor shapes from previously. So A minor, here we have G. If we go up the scale, G to A, there's an A right there. Let's try that minor shape. Same with B, A to B, up a whole step, there it is, B minor. And then E minor, we have to find. It wasn't here, that was C major, this is D. It's up from D, so we go D, whole step up to E, and there's our E minor. Okay, now we know where to play the 6 most important chords in the key of G. And these chords work really well when playing with another guitarist who might be playing shapes lower on the guitar. So a great thing to practice is walking each chord of the scale up like this. So we have G major, A minor, B minor, C major, D major, E minor, and to finish it off here is a diminished chord that wraps up all the 7 chords of the major scale. So we have to go and build a chord off of F sharp, and we get a diminished triad like this. So I've got my pinky here on, this is the 16th fret. This is way up there on the D string. 14th fret of G with my middle finger. Index takes 13 of the B string. That's the diminished triad. If we want to add in another note there on the high E string, 14th fret, that's just an F sharp. We can do that. Another easier way to play this is just let go of that pinky and play this little shape here. And this can work. It's kind of like your D7, which is very close to your 5 chord. And then it finishes with the G major triad here. All right, I hope you have fun practicing moving shapes and patterns around the guitar fretboard. You can dive deeper into all these pentatonic and chord lessons on the Guitar Tricks platform, and also be sure to enter your email for a free beginner guitar guide linked in the description, or you can find it on the next screen.